cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Syman taking on Prosto. We are here for map number 2 with Prosto having a 1-0 advantage despite my big brain prediction of Syman taking it. We saw the inconsistency come up yet again that we saw ever since they had a fair bit of success at the major cycle. My name is Mitch and I will be taking you through the wonderful events of today, going under the pseudonym of Mitchman, but it sounds weird to say out loud. Looks nice written, just sounds weird. So we'll go with Mitch. Howdy do. I'll be keeping an eye on Twitch chat throughout the day, so if you guys have anything fun to add, feel free to just hit me on up, and I will do my best to add value to what you say. Looking at Prosto, moving into this map, I feel like they're going to be pretty comfortable. They had their bit of a counter pick when it came to Overpass, and now with Mirage coming through, no teams are uncomfortable in Mirage. I don't think there's a single team or even player out there that's going to say, I don't really know how to play this map. Next to Dust 2, it's probably the easiest map to play at the moment in the pool with the most access, and they tend to be the middle ground maps, the third, the deciders, or the maps that new teams or teams with recent roster changes tend to prefer. We're into a pistol round already with some action coming through. Ramsey goes through his smoke and eliminates Nickelback. And Syman at the moment, they're starting to take casualties, and Knife almost comes in. Nimisic does so much damage. That's all down to Yakindar. He's got a 1v3, but they don't know where he is. And starting to rotate through the CT spawn, this will be certainly unexpected. And then it's expected. It just takes a little bit too long to get around there. And it ends up costing him his life. 1-0, Syman Gaming take the lead to start us off on map number 2. I believe the decider is going to be Train, which is an interesting third map. The map pick here is for Syman Gaming. Prosto picked Overpass and won it fairly convincingly, but now we're on Syman's map pick, where hopefully they'll stand a little bit of a better chance. Lots of nades coming over now from Prosto. Perfecto. Oh, he gets the headshot. That's unfortunate for Pro. This should, maybe not. I was going to say it should lead to an easy sweep up, but they actually lose a player. Perfecto falling. No one was there to support him. Just not expecting the Kindar to just straight bailed out. retreat is not an option, as Ramzik is watching it there as well. So now it falls down to a very limited playstyle for Prosto. They have to try to overwhelm a player, and with Ramzik being the focus of their attention, they actually find him. Taking him down and recovering an AUG. Their best case scenario here is just throw that AUG off the map. I think that's what they're going for. World Edit takes it. He's got armor to play with, actually, so they might still go for this. 40 seconds on the clock. They've got a fair bit of time to play with. It is the most expensive weapon that the CT's had already removed from play. The next best thing they have is a FAMAS. So it would be very valuable to take this weapon out, but at the same time, Prosto have fully invested into this round, so it becomes less about the concern of keeping their economy low and more about having a successful round. All comes out here for World Edit, and he finds a kill, moving over towards the B-bomb site. No idea where Nealon is. Smoked down, but he's eliminated. Will they? They'll get the AUG, yeah, but they're not going to get the FAMAS. So a huge benefit and a huge round for Prosto. Was the reinvestment now is going to be massive from Syman. An M4 comes out, 2 SMGs and Nealon on the other M4. Maybe a little bit of a suspicion that Prosto might force buy, but considering the investment, or we know the investment was very low in the previous round, we know Prosto won't be doing that. They're going in for the eco. So good start for Syman on their map pick. They should be picking up a third. Now what we need to keep an eye on here is is Syman losing rifles? What is going on? Also pick up 2. Sure, Nickelback's dealt with, but that's already so much damage done. It's a successful round for Prosto, and they're looking for even more. Dimisic backs off here, conscious of a nade potentially coming through. A little bit of lag. We're back in. Kindar falls across over the site is actually successful. Waylander makes it out. Just a block. Okay, World Edit. Another kill found. So we're down to a 1v2. And again, round becomes unlikely that they win it. But so much damage done. And they're actually low, so Dimisic has an opportunity, but Nealon does peek it at the right time. Still, losing 3 players there was not possible. There's not something Syman had in the realm of reality, and unfortunately it's crept its way in. This leaves them in a position now where they essentially have to fully invest all of their economy into this round right here, and if they lose it, then immediately we're going to see Prosto back in the game. Open the 3-2 scoreline before Syman can buy again. Nice shot by Ramzik. That opens it up on the World Edit. Nades down, 62 HP left. Ramzik's also watching it with the AWP, ready for a peek to come out. Prosto spread out with control, but they have to find a pick for this playstyle to work. Oh, botched smoke in middle. That's going to cause some issues. This means Nealon's still available to lurk around and find some damage. The Molotov has to be burned, literally, in order to close down that angle and make sure no one's going to be peeking from there and get Nickelback into connector. The Prosto are actually focusing over towards the B-bomb site. This is the right call. There's only one player there. Noise is going to be made on A, and this is a convincing fake at this point. With only 30 seconds left. A kill found. Dimisic falls. Sorry, Nickelback falls. Dimisic's still around and calls some damage. Perfecto finds one. If he gets one more, the round's over, and he does it. It's all down to Dimisic. Rotate's already coming through to get over towards the bomb and make sure Dimisic can't get out of here. Oh, good night. Really convincing start for Syman now. This is what we wanted to see. Hey, Louis, what's up, my man? Louis, 63-21. My man, my boy. You doing an admin stream again today? I'm all alone. Couldn't bring poor Dean in. Couldn't bring anyone. I just sit here all by my lonesome. Can we get a Louis cast? Louis and Mitch? It's the OP strat. The OP strat of the smoke cross is coming down. Prosto just want a bomb plant at this point, and the smokes are keeping them back. This could well work. Boost going up. The push through the smoke is surely going to come in. Ah, he doesn't check close right. That's a big rip. Now they know that they're there, though. CZ and play for Dimisic. Goes through on the back of a flash, but again, not finding the kill. Damage being done as we speak. And eventually the kill from Nickel. Beautiful. The elimination. But it should be the elimination of any prospect. Prosto in this round. A bit more damage done. Tiny bit. That'd be terrible to cast. Nah, if I can do it, Louis, you can do it. Oh, that is probably one of the worst sprays with log I've ever seen in my life, Perfecto. Come on, man. I'm just being harsh on him because he's had some amazing plays so far. He's a beautiful boy, really. Five to 0, and a really strong start for Syman. A really good lead for them. A really good beginning. A really good. Fiddlesticks, I'm out of anything. But will they have a good continuation? That's the real question. For Prosto, they hope the answer is no. Because if not, then where will they go on the terrorist side? It's not too easy to hide. As you've just seen there, Dimisic gets taken on down. But the trade's there. Perfecto falls, and this opens up B a little bit. They can get down towards the site, but they don't know that. They don't want to jump down and get a fright with a player up behind them, ready to flex their might. A great shot as Nealon falls. The headshot through. And this should be... Oh no! Waylander walks into the AWP as the short push is only coming in. They haven't spotted Chaos, but now they have. Unfortunately, it's a little bit more costly than they would have hoped for. Norbert comes through with a free kill. Running down towards the bottom. Headshots Nickelback down to like 8 HP. And that's pretty much GG. Big rip. Oh no. Big play by Nickelback. He's coming around. Ramzik isn't ready at all. Ramzik is just not ready for that play. AWP recovered. This is an important weapon now for him because he's so low. Gives him the potential to one shot to the body. That's what we want to see from him. Nickelback hoping to use the quick scope if he has to. The issue here is he's already flashed over, so I think Chaos is going to know that he was there, that he didn't cross over on site, and he's ready for it. Look at this. He's suspecting a rotate over to B. Nickelback. Oh, the timing works out. It works out perfectly. Nickelback with a 3K is now on the B bomb site with the bomb in hand, and that will be a free bomb plant. Now Chaos realizes what has happened. The AWP watching in towards the window, waiting to get a shot, an opportunity, and he misses it. This could be fatal for him. Trying to bait out the shot here. USP in hand. Chaos knows that he's low, and the shot landed. Nickelback wins the round. A 4K and the first round for Prosto. What an absolutely beautiful clutch. So well played from start to finish. Apologies for that, guys. My hay fever is just not having a good day today. Decided to just blitzkrieg me. We're talking about blitzkriegs and fast attacks. What are Prosto up to? I was busy finding a tissue to sneeze into, but that was a very swift round. You look away for just a second and it's over. With a 5-2 scoreline now, look, Prosto are starting to get the ball rolling. They're starting to come back into it a little bit. And I want to take a quick deep dive into the statistics for these teams. We want to look over exactly what's happening when these teams play on Mirage. We talked a little bit about Overpass before, but now it's time I'm just stalling while I find my notes in 2 seconds. So I took a few notes before we started this game, and I want to just take a quick look at the last time these guys played. They actually played here in Mirage, and we saw Prosto take it 16-8. In general, it's a very good performance over... in general, it's an okay performance in the CT side of 7.5 rounds average for Syman, but they tend to be pretty bad on the terrorist side. When they're attacking, they average 4.5 rounds. That is between Movistar Riders and Prosto. Last time they played against Prosto, they got 3 out of 12. 3 out of 12 on the T side. Sorry, 3 out of 15. 3 to 12. Prosto won the half 12-3. That's what I'm trying to say. So we know Prosto's CT defense is good. And to look at the overarching statistics for it, out of the 3 times they've started on the CT side, they finished with 8.67 average rounds. And the T side, 8.27. These are up against pretty good teams. So I definitely wouldn't count them out of this. Now let's take a look at the map as it's unfolding. Obviously, we skipped a little bit of that round just to talk about this. Syman have lost a player. I don't mean as in he's dead. I mean he's gone. He's not on the server. Don't know what's happened there. We're into a 2 versus 2 somehow. With the trades back from Ramzik, Prosto now find themselves barreling towards the A site. Where Ramzik is rotating around. He's got 34 HP, but he's found a kill and then jumps. Don't know if that was a mouse wheel jump or not. Looks like it was a mistake. Well, it definitely was a mistake, but it looks like he didn't mean to do it. Let's put it that way. You're then left in a Waylander 1 versus 1 versus Perfecto. He's got a PG-50, no armor, and very, very easily dispatched. On Loco. And that's going to be a good round for Prosto to pick up, putting a 3rd on the board. I want to take a look, actually, at... Oh, I've closed it. Doesn't matter. Nice nade going through. Waylander loses a lot of his health. Syman having a buy up here and a man disadvantage to work with towards the start is not ideal, but Chaos is looking to trade things over as he eliminates Waylander. Still leaving the defense spread a little bit more thinly, having that man down. But at least Prosto's attack will be staggered somewhat. Starting to regain apartments control. Nickelback coming up behind. Oh, nice shot by World Edit. That's Chaos eliminated. Perfecto now has to focus a little bit more towards short. I don't know if he spotted it. He has indeed. As Nickelback is taken down. Sorry, is taking him down. It's into a 4 versus 2. Great flank by Nealon, but he spotted out. It was a good play. It was a good attempt, but it's just not to be. And this is going to be Prosto with a bomb planted and a round secured while Syman have their final player saving. But even at that, how easy is it going to be for Norbert? He's a choice to make. One road leads to death, and one possibly leads to a save. Moving in towards the ramp. He's chosen the better of these 2 options, as we still have Yakindar lurking around, waiting to catch him. Don't think he's heard any steps just yet. It looks like Norbert's going to be safe. Really, now the pressure is on Yakindar. Does he want to start to rotate around? Take a look for him in the T-spawn, or is he still suspecting him to be on A? It's too late anyways. That's Norbert saving over the rifle at least, but it is a very small positive. Again, we see the same narrative as previously. Whenever Prosto come towards the buy rounds, they come out on top. At least for now. Norbert with a double. What a fantastic start. It's the only rifle on the team. Waylander here's a lot of steps towards middle. He hasn't been spotted out just yet, but eventually he is. Now he's going to be swarmed on. He's going to back off, but there's just no way to survive that. It's like trying to win a zombie game, trying to win Left 4 Dead with a toothpick. As Nickelback falls, this round has really gotten out of hand. Bomb defuse going through, and Dimasic is just nowhere nearby. Not a damn thing he can do about it. Unlucky. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate that they're a little unfortunate that they're spread so much. Like for pros though, at the moment, they can still feel comfortable in the fact that this is their worst side for sure. They feel much more comfortable when it comes over towards the CT side. It's just about grinding out the rounds as best they can. A very slow round by Prosto. Look at the map at the moment. They're so spread out. It looks like a connect the dots game. The whole logic here is just waiting for aggression to come through from Syman. The thing is, Syman haven't been that kind of team. They're not the team to go aggressive when it's not needed. Kindar takes down Neolan. That's a good start for the T side, but returned immediately by Ramzik. Prosto's starting to move out, though. Starting to really thin out the CD defense. They haven't spotted Norbert just yet. He's good for one. Peeks out, though, there's a player drop beside him, and Dimasic easily dispatches with him. Ooh. Jumping up on top now. Dimasic spots them coming over. Spray is good. Flashbang around, and the peek. They have no idea about the flash, and the spray down is perfect. A 3K for Dimasic. And a 6-5 scoreline develops. This should be a fairly low-risk round for Prosto. You're coming up against an AWP and an M4 and an AUG, but you've got two Deagles in play, and they're all focused towards the A side. They can't really get the information before they go in, and that's a big issue for them right now. Norbert's playing a very brave game, just sitting still. Waylander's not 100% confident with the spray. He goes back for more and eventually gets dropped. 2 HP left on Norbert. He's so lucky to survive that. Perfecto comes out, lands one on the AUG. The spray down is good for more, maybe. My god, he pulls it all the way back. Chaos could win this. Both players are vulnerable to his Deagle, 51 and 43 health. With a bomb still to be planted as well, he's a potential 1v1 on offer. AWP just scoping it out right now for Nickelback, and they eventually decide to bail all the way back. Chaos rotates in to pick up the AWP, but now he's going to realize the bomb site's clear, and he can start to rotate to B. Just about when he believes in it, right? I love the patience from Chaos. I really do. I think this is a really good call. Just in this situation, it has not worked at all. Saving over the AWP is definitely the right call. It is just a shame. Like, he played it pretty well, but at the end of the day, there's just not a lot you can do when you're left into a position like that. Like a 1v2 with this much, like, oh my god, Nickelback's died to the bomb. Considering the fact that obviously he's got a lot to work with, but look at his team's money. Like, he really had to save that stuff over, so he has a somewhat okay chance at having some impact in this round. Shots by Dimisic. Nice double frag found, and he'll bail out of there alive. Now, it's 6-6 on the scoreline. This is where, realistically, Syman Gaming have got a little bit of pressure starting to be applied to them, or maybe already applied to them at this point. I think it's fair to say. There's a lot they have to do. It's starting to get out of hand, and Prosto about to take the lead with this round under their belts. Ramzik's objective right now, I feel, should just be to save that AWP. You can see he's getting a little bit aggressive on ramp, just trying to peek out and make sure no one's coming there. And if he can get safely away, I think he'll be happy. Chaos and Perfecto, you just try to get the kills. Molotov down, Perfecto can't do a thing. Chaos can maybe find a frag. He's trying to regroup over towards Ramzik, and he lands it. That's a rifle there for him to take. If I'm thinking from Chaos' perspective, you want to just bail back and take that rifle, carry it to the next round. Try your best to save. He's managed to pick it up, and he's watching for the push in through jungle. That's an issue for Chaos. It's an issue for Ramzik as well, as he's stuck on the wood. There's no way out. Just no way to survive that situation. Yeah, apologies if I'm going a little bit quiet sometimes. My hay fever's just not having a good day. It's like out of nowhere. It's like boom. You feel fine, and then oh, you're gone. You're gone for a minute. Tea bags in your eyes. It helps a lot. Nickelback and World Edit both find opening duels. Look at Syman. I mean, this was a full buy. You would be forgiven for thinking this was an eco. Molotov in. Ramzik is super low HP. I mean, if I'm Syman right now, you're saving, right? You've no cash for the next round. You're locked out of the bomb site. 3 versus 4 with low HP on Ramzik. Unless you find a kill, like, instantaneously, it's time to bail the hell out of there. And evidently, they've not found a kill instantly. Ramzik finds a frag, but look, the push is coming through kitchen. He's dead. 100%. And for very little reward, they've risked a lot. We come into the last round of the half with Prosto recovering massively on an 8-6 scoreline. They're also in a huge hardware advantage. Look at the 3 SMGs that are in play for Syman right now. With trades off the bat, I mean, that's better than Syman could really hope for, to be honest. Man, it's like, it's so unusual to see this, that early game, Syman seemed to be strong as can be. You know what I mean? They're coming out with these really good streaks of rounds. They were 5-0 up at one point, and then all of a sudden, weapons get into the hands, and that's it. You know, things just completely fall apart the second the Prosto get those guns. And that's exactly what we said in the previous map. You know, it looked like they were much better. when it came to the full buys. That's where you would really give them the favor to take it across the line. That's exactly what they've done. For a fast start to the round, Syman have been very good on pistol rounds. That's one thing you'll give them for sure. But unfortunately, that's kind of where it ends. Oh no! Yakindar in there with 2. World Edit helped out on 1. And the round is falling apart. Nealon and Perfecto managed to pull it back a little bit, but the rotations coming around means that Waylander can't really do a whole lot in terms of coming out. Nickelback takes a long-range duel and wins it. It leaves Nealon alone, and now we can see them play maybe a little bit more individually. Just look to finish off that kill. Rotations are coming through. Sorry, the flank is coming through. Jim is sick, but it's expected. Headshot by body. Nealon finishes it. 1 versus 2, but he is very low, and this is the issue, right? Just 1 or 2 body, 2 or 3 body clicks is going to deal him, take him down. He tapping away. He's hitting a lot of heads. Man, if this guy had a USP, this round would have been over in their favor for sure. Prosto on the home stretch. I mean, that much is for sure. And for Syman, the fact that they've got so many pistols, at least is somewhat of an upside. Yakindar has just been done. He found a kill somehow, and damage done with a nade as well. You know, it's a small positive. It's a very small positive, but we can talk about it. SMG's shredding a lot of cash. Good damage done, though. Syman have already dropped 3 weapons. Deagle out. Nealon's looking for a little bit more, and he might even find it. They were pushing him individually. World Edit got there just as he'd finished reloading and was vulnerable to a headshot. But 11-6 now. Prosto walk away with the round, but only 2 players left alive, which is really going to hurt their economy when it comes down to investing right now. This one's going to hurt. Well, with the trades early on, putting it into a 3 versus 3, I feel like Prosto are in a huge disadvantage just because they're so thinly spread and they got no information from that, right? Like the early duels, they know, okay, they were going for mid. What does that tell you? That's why we see, oh no, that's why we see a push coming in through underpass. World Edit with a second shot. Norbert's eliminated. Nealon is 20 HP. And we talk about Prosto being in a bad spot, but almost instantaneously, it switches over. Shoes on a different foot now. Nealon didn't quite spot the player in CT, but he heard the bullets coming in. 5 HP. How has that man survived being shot at twice already? Does he go on to take World Edit down even? The jump shots are a brave attempt. Nealon's trying to bait him into peeking by shooting towards connector, but it's just not working for him, and eventually the flank comes through. Another for Prosto as they go up 12-6. Now double the scoreline of Syman Gaming. They found 5 of the rounds within the first 5. Shots not landing early on for the pistols, and Syman Gaming should be pretty much falling away at this point. I mean, for them, the fact that they've lost, I mean, how many rounds is it in a row right now? Let me double check. 4, 8, 9. They've lost 9 rounds in a row, and out of the last 14 rounds, they've only won 1 of them. With Chaos falling and no damage to really be done just yet. This round is not going to be a success. Nowhere near it. Nickelback almost falls, but they can't land that kill. And yeah, so overall, this is, I mean, 13-6. Prosto survive with all 5 players. That's their economy back under control. Syman come into this full buy, and if they lose, if they win it, they're still going to face another full buy from Prosto. Where do you go from here? 1-0 down in the series anyways. It's definitely not going to be good for motivation. Syman attempting to get aggressive down towards the bottom mid, but Nickelback takes down one. The spray in the smoke isn't quite good, and it's returned onto him. He's 22 HP. Oh, Norbert eliminates World Edit, puts it into a 4 versus 4. Nice opening by Syman, considering Nickelback is still so low over towards Connector. He's really boxed in, can't do a whole lot to help his team out. Rotations coming in from Prosto. They're going to be needed, though, as Dimisic manages to trade back onto Perfecto. Again, though, that Connector player is so painstakingly low on health. Dimisic lands another as Norbert's lurking around. They haven't spotted him out. They have no idea that he's here. It's a 1v2. Peeks out, catches Waylander off guard, but he doesn't finish the kill in time. That could have been the play, but Dimisic had time to react to him and eliminate. 14-6. Excuse me. I can tell you that 8 of the opening duels have been won by Syman so far. 8. It's just not working out for them. We need to see big changes, and perhaps it's all these Kriegs we see coming out. 3 Kriegs in play, 2 AKs, lots of utility. They're going to start it out with the push towards the A site. A much different approach to what we've seen from them so far. Blitzing out on the back of the flashbangs. Will it work for them? Well, Chaos finds an opening in a second as well. It's starting to look very good indeed. World Edit to be dealt with, though. He's on the AWP and still lurking around. But as we speak, he gets taken down by Nealon. 2 2Ks with the Kriegs, and it's all down to Waylander. He finds one, but surely it's not the clutch. Surely he doesn't even go for the clutch, indeed. Just saving. Syman did enough damage in the previous round that Prosto can't afford to lose all the weapons. And Krieg might not be much, but it can really help them out. Dimisic has, what, 6.5k? So Nickelback can maybe buy, Dimisic can drop a weapon, and then you're talking about one guy on a weaker, like a shotgun or something towards B or an SMG. It's not terrible. They've had worse buys. The other side of it is that they're up 14-7 at this point. They could even afford an eco, just play around the Krieg, see what they can get done, and then get a full buyout. Because you can see Nickelback's buy would not be ideal. Dimisic can drop a FAMAS. And I'd rather see them just take an eco. Yeah, there we go. Pistols flying around. That's what I like to see. It's the responsible choice, especially with such a heavy lead. Like, there's an argument to be made that they could force up, but they really don't need to. Waylander takes Perfecto in a second and a third. What is going on with Waylander right now? Ramzik and Nealon are the final remaining players. Prosto, I don't know how they've done that, but it just shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have existed in this kind of buy. They have pistols and Waylander just comes out with all the kills. Ramzik in a 1 versus 4. 4k and a clutch needed. Flash goes through and he flashes himself. That's definitely not a good start. This player jumping down in bottom mid, I think. No, okay. Thought World that it might have jumped down to go through underpass, but evidently not. 45 seconds left. Ramzik has the bomb, but he's completely boxed in. No way out of apps. Oh, there's no way you expect... Look at that angle. Like, how in the world would you expect that? Dimisic gets a jumping shot to finish it. And an AWP carried over. Disgusting. 15-7. Waylander with just an absolutely insane performance. We talked about their holdover towards B, but right there, he's just tapped away every single one of their heads. Pro Stowe back on top. They're certainly looking a lot better than when I last saw them. Rams are going to be able to open up on the AWP. This is it. Pro Stowe on the final leg of it. Map and series point, and they've got 8 of them in a row to go through before they're in an overtime. Nice flash going over. Wide step by Ramzik means he doesn't get pre-fired, as he would have. Over towards Khan. Nice peek by Nealon. Okay, this is the advantage they're looking for in the Syman Gaming side. They've won an opening duel. They're going in towards the window. Nickelback manages to find one. Nade goes down as he knows there's a player around that area. It doesn't really do anything. But ensures he's not in that corner anymore. Syman having Perfecto jump out towards B all by himself. Is he going to get shot in the back? Okay, well, he's going to get shot in the front, but it doesn't really matter. Dimisic's hiding out towards A. They're still conscious of this. They're still leaving players over. They only heard one guy drop down on B and nothing else happened afterwards. So they're very, very conscious of a fake. Another nade's going through. The utility being used up. Kill found by Dimisic. He lands himself one. Rotates around. Ramsik's got the op, though. And he's ready to find himself that frag. 2 versus 2. Waylander hasn't been spotted up close. This could be awkward for Chaos. He doesn't expect the peek, but the shots are missed. Waylander whiffs it. World Edit has spotted at the AWP, finds the kill, knows exactly where the final player is. Coming around, got a smoke in hand. Here we go. Dropping it down, and then just moving around a little bit, hoping to catch an angle with the Deagle. Eventually just going to go in for it. He's sticking it. Chaos doesn't know this. Chaos comes up. He's looking towards the right side. He's not going to get it. The Ninja to win the map. 16-7. They've gone and they've done it. What a play by Pro Stowe. World Edit with a great game, and overall, you gotta say, Yakindar, Nickelback, World Edit, Dimisic, Waylander, these guys have improved. They had such good team play, and I mean, it's been a pleasure to watch them. Commiserations to Syman. They're not able to bring it across the line. That's going to be the end of it for today, guys. There's Lenin, our beautiful Russian commentator. But for now, guys, I won't try to pronounce his real name, because that's just too difficult. For now, that's going to be the end of the stream. I do desperately hope you've enjoyed yourself, my dudes. My name is Mitch. If you've enjoyed it, feel free to drop me a follow over on Twitter. It's @MitchManCasting. I'll drop a link in the chat. But without further ado, we're going to leave it there, guys. Been a pleasure. I'll catch you in the next one.